Picture this: a courtroom so silent you could hear the judge's wig itching. Suddenly, Cat Williams, the man who once roasted entire cities with punchlines sharper than razor blades, stands up, wipes his eyes, and does the unthinkable. He apologizes. Yes, apologizes. The same Cat who built a career turning apologies into comedy routines, now breaking down in front of a judge like he's auditioning for Law & Order reality TV unit. And if that wasn't enough to make the internet combust, he follows it with a confession so wild, so outrageous, that even Netflix producers probably paused mid-scripting their next docuseries and said, "Wait, did he just say that?" This wasn't just a courtroom moment. It was a cultural earthquake. A man known for never backing down, suddenly baring his soul in front of lawyers, jurors, and a gossip-hungry audience tuned in like it was the Super Bowl halftime show. Forget the Kardashians. Forget Bravo Housewives, forget Zeus Network brawls. Cat Williams just turned a legal proceeding into the scandal event of the decade. Strap in. Because what Cat revealed in that courtroom didn't just stun the judge, it detonated across social media like a nuclear meme blast. The day began like any other messy celebrity court case. Reporters circling like vultures, fans camping outside with iPhones ready, and lawyers practicing their serious faces in the mirror. But no one expected the fireworks show Cat was about to deliver. Cat strutted into the courtroom in his usual style. Suit crisp, hair so immaculate it looked like it had its own stylist. And that signature smirk that screams, "I know something you don't." The air was electric. People whispered like school kids passing notes. Was Cat gonna roast the judge? Was he gonna call out Hollywood again? Or was he about to pull a Kanye and represent himself? Then came the twist nobody saw coming. When given the floor, instead of launching into a rant, Cat's voice cracked. Cracked. This man who roasted Wanda Smith into oblivion, who dragged Kevin Hart with nuclear-level shade, suddenly sounded like he was reading a Hallmark card after 3 margaritas. "I just want to say, I'm sorry," he began. The courtroom gasped. Somewhere, Wendy Williams's teacup shattered on the floor. TMZ interns tripped over their keyboards. Twitter nearly imploded. Cat Williams? Apologizing? That's like Gordon Ramsay calmly saying, "This dish is fine." It simply does not happen. But Cat wasn't done. He launched into a confession that blurred the line between legal testimony and stand-up set. He admitted to feuds, mistakes, regrets, things so specific that even gossip blogs who make up half their content sat back like, "Oh damn, we couldn't have scripted it better." At one point, he broke down crying, saying, "Y'all think I was wild because I wanted attention, but the truth is, I was carrying demons." The audience didn't know whether to clap, cry, or start drafting memes. It was raw, it was messy, and it was vintage Cat. A mix of brilliance and chaos nobody else could deliver. Reactions spread instantly. Court reporters were furiously typing like their fingers were on fire. Fans outside started chanting his name like it was a boxing match. Inside, the judge had to pause proceedings because even jurors were whispering, "Did he just admit that?" And let's be honest, this wasn't just a confession. It was a performance. Cat Williams had turned a courtroom into Madison Square Garden, and instead of selling tickets, he was selling headlines. By the end of the session, jaws were on the floor, the internet was in flames, and everyone was asking the same question. What does this mean for Cat now? As soon as the confession hit social media, chaos unfolded faster than Nicki Minaj's fan base during a Twitter beef. Clips of Cat's apology spread across TikTok like wildfire. One edit had his teary moment set to Adele's "Hello." Another had the judge's face looped with captions, "When you didn't sign up for a Netflix special but got one anyway." Celebrities wasted no time chiming in. Dave Chappelle reportedly laughed and said, "That's the most Cat thing I've ever seen. Apologize and confess while still being funnier than half of Hollywood." Kevin Hart? Silent, which of course made Twitter scream louder. Kevin's scared to speak because Cat might roast him again. Even Snoop Dogg weighed in, posting, "My boy Cat spilling tea in court like it's Sunday brunch." The comment section turned into a battle arena. Some said Cat was finally showing growth. Others claimed it was just another PR stunt. And the conspiracy theorists? They went off the rails. Reddit threads accused Cat of being part of a bigger Hollywood cover-up, with people connecting his apology to everything from the Illuminati to Beyoncé's Renaissance tour. Memes became cultural currency. One viral post showed Cat mid-tier with the caption, "When you finally admit she was right and the group chat told you so." Another compared him to R. Kelly, but with the punchline, At least Kat apologized before the documentary dropped. Savage. Meanwhile, the streets couldn't decide whether to laugh, cry, or grab popcorn. Some fans were genuinely touched, calling it the realest moment on TV this year. Others, they dragged him like Kirk Frost at a family dinner. "Apology don't erase drama," one tweet read. Kat confessing like we ain't got Google. And let's not forget the bloggers. Entertainment sites scrambled for clickbait titles. Kat Williams comes clean, fans stunned. Apology or act? Inside Kat's courtroom confession, Kat Williams just outtrended the Kardashians. By midweek, you couldn't open your phone without seeing Kat's face. From morning talk shows to late-night hosts, everyone was dissecting every syllable of his speech. One anchor even compared it to Michael Jackson's trial, except with more jokes and fewer moonwalks. The escalation was real. What started as a simple apology had turned into the storyline of the year. Kat Williams wasn't just a comedian anymore. He was the meme, the moment, the man who made the courtroom go viral. The storm after Kat's courtroom meltdown wasn't just a ripple. It was a cultural tsunami. The streets were buzzing, Hollywood was on edge, and the internet? Oh, the internet was sprinting marathons on his name. Everyone wanted to know, was this apology genuine or just another Kat Williams masterclass in turning chaos into content? Let's start with the fans. Overnight, people who had spent years dragging Kat for his wild antics suddenly transformed into loyal disciples. They posted think pieces longer than college dissertations, defending his tears like he was the second coming of Tupac. "He's just misunderstood," one viral thread read. "Y'all don't get how much pressure he's been under. This is healing." Healing? This man turned a courtroom into a therapy session with better ratings than The Bachelor. Meanwhile, the skeptics sharpened their knives. Commentators called it strategic vulnerability, accusing him of using tears the way Marvel uses CGI, dramatic, expensive-looking, and designed to distract you from the mess underneath. One blogger even claimed Kat rehearsed the apology in front of a mirror, complete with fake tears and dramatic pauses. Did it matter if that was true? Not really, because the clip had already been shared 1 billion times. And then came the celebrity silence, which, let's be honest, was louder than any press release. Kevin Hart stayed quieter than a student caught cheating during an exam. Steve Harvey acted like he suddenly lost Wi-Fi and couldn't comment. Wanda Smith? She posted a picture of a cat meme, which fans instantly interpreted as shade. In the world of celebrity beef, silence isn't peace. It's strategy. Everyone knew they were watching Kat dominate the spotlight, and nobody wanted to become his next roast victim. But the real power move came after the court session. Kat didn't scurry away into hiding like most celebrities caught in scandal. Oh no. He strutted out of the building with cameras flashing like he was on the Met Gala carpet. Fans screamed his name, reporters begged for quotes, and one bold paparazzo shouted, "Kat, what demons were you talking about?" His reply? A smirk so loaded it could have been trademarked. By the end of that week, his apology wasn't just a clip. It was merch. Street vendors in Atlanta were selling t-shirts with Kat's teary-eyed face and the words, "I'm sorry, but I'm legendary." TikTokers were remixing his voice into motivational audios. Sometimes you gotta break down to break through. Imagine people doing gym squats to that line, insanity, and Hollywood? They smelled money. Rumors exploded that Netflix had already pitched him a docu-special titled Confessions of Kat Williams. Showtime wanted him for a raw stand-up about truth, tears, and comedy. Even Oprah's name started floating. Around, fans demanded she invite him to the infamous couch where careers get either reborn or buried alive. The fallout wasn't just professional, it was cultural. Kat's apology became shorthand for messy redemption. Couples used it as ammo in arguments. See, even Kat Williams admitted when he was wrong. Preachers dropped his quotes into sermons. Therapists said clients were citing Kat's courtroom confession as inspiration for radical honesty. This wasn't just celebrity gossip. It was public therapy wrapped in a reality show finale. But here's the kicker. Instead of weakening him, the apology made him more dangerous. Kat proved he could cry, confess, and still own the room. He showed Hollywood that vulnerability, when delivered with perfect timing, is the most powerful weapon of all. It was like he invented a new genre, stand-up confessionals. And of course, fans couldn't help but wonder. If this is what he's willing to reveal in court, what secrets is he still keeping in the vault? If the apology was this explosive, What happens when Kat decides to tell the whole truth? That curiosity is gasoline for his career. So in the end, the aftermath wasn't tragedy. It wasn't cancellation. It was transformation. Cat Williams didn't just walk out of court a free man. He walked out a trending topic, a cultural phenomenon, and living proof that in 2025, confession isn't weakness, it's marketing gold. And that, my friends, was the courtroom heard around the world. Cat Williams didn't just apologize. He detonated a cultural bomb, leaving lawyers stunned, fans divided, and Hollywood nervously refreshing their Twitter feeds. One man, one microphone, one courtroom, and suddenly the internet had more drama than 10 seasons of Love and Hip Hop combined. But let's keep it real, this is just the opening act. If Cat can drop an apology and confession this wild in court, imagine what secrets he's still keeping locked in his vault. Imagine the roast sessions, the behind-the-scenes betrayals, the celebrity tea we haven't heard yet. You know it's coming because in the circus of fame, the show never stops. Now here's where you come in. Don't just sit there like a silent juror. Hit the comments and spill your verdict. Was Cat being genuine, or was this the performance of his career? Did you feel the apology in your soul, or did it sound like another chapter in his stand-up routine? Let me know, because your hot takes fuel this machine. And while you're down there, smash that like button like it owes you rent money. Subscribe like you're trying to sneak past the bouncer at the hottest club in town. Ring that notification bell so hard your phone starts shaking like it just heard Cat Williams roasting it personally. Because this is Fame Flaws. The only place where apologies are content, scandals are gospel, and confessions are worth more than platinum albums. Stay messy, stay loud, and remember, in the world of fame, every flaw is fuel for the fire. Fame Flaws. Signing out.